doing just fine. Get a girl an arrow 'cause she hit the bullseye. So fine, yeah she divine. Yeah she up so high, she ain't never coming down, down, down. It's about to go on. And I say, ayo, ayo, ayo. Gonna give them what they want. Yeah, like ayo, ayo, ayo. That noise gets loud sometimes, drown out all the hype. Go off. It's about to go off. And she don't gotta try. Sweeter than wine. Everyone around her gonna pick up her vibes. Inspired, notice what she likes. Tell by the glow that you know she living right. So fine, yeah she divine. Yeah she up so high, she ain't never coming down, down, down. It's about to go off. Make her say ayo, ayo, ayo. Gonna give them what they want. Yeah, like ayo, ayo, ayo. That noise gets loud sometimes, drown out all the hype. Go off. It's about to go off. Baby, let 'em talk, 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 talk. 'Cause we be going off, 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 off. Baby, let 'em talk, 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 talk. 'Cause we be going off, 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 off. Baby, let 'em talk, 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 talk. 'Cause we be going off, 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 off. Baby, let 'em talk, 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 talk. 'Cause we be going off, 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 off. It's about to go off. Make her say ayo, ayo, ayo. Gonna give them what they want. Yeah, like ayo, ayo, ayo. That noise gets loud sometimes, drown out all the hype. Go off. It's about to go off. Go off.
Well, hopefully that gives you a bit of a flavor for Nine and some of the amazing content that we have. So Nine Ad Manager is a self-serve ad platform that empowers small and medium-sized businesses to grow. So by being able to have their ads and their businesses appear in the ad breaks on Nine Now, which is Nine's streaming channel. So all that great content, you can definitely be part of that and advertise your business within your local business, local areas as well. So in this webinar, as part of New South Wales Small Business Week, we're going to try and give you a bit of an overview of the platform, how you could use it, and then if you wanted to, ask any questions, we've got some time at the end as well to go through all of that as well. So my name's Todd Fisher. I'm part of the Nine Ad Manager team. We've got some other members of the team, Caleb and Shireen, on the call as well. We'll hopefully be able to answer any questions, but also give you a really good idea of what the platform can do and how you could use it in your business to advertise within your local area to potential customers. So let's kick it off. So for questions, we've got some questions that you guys have sent through as part of the registration process, but we'll be using Slido as well. So you can either scan that QR code and that will take you into Slido, or you could go to slido.com and use that number, so 1674775. We'll put that in the messages as well so that you can go in there, type your questions in, and we'll come back to those towards the end and we'll answer those as well. So hopefully everyone's either scanned that in or we can go back to that later as well. So imagine if your business could buy a TV campaign across Australia's top-rated shows on Australia's #1 free streaming TV service. You could target an audience you want in the postcodes that you wanted to reach. You could also build your own 30-second TV commercial free of charge. You can track the effectiveness of every ad served, and you could spend as little as $550. So that's the Nine Ad Manager value proposition, sales proposition, what you want to call it. And Nine Ad Manager is has been built so that any business of any size is able to take advantage of TV advertising across Nine now. So by being able to target down to postcodes, target the types of people, target shows, you're able to make sure that your business is shown to your target audience in the area that you want. So the way that that happens is Nine has amazing content across TV, radio, publishing, and so we have almost 20 million people each month across all of our assets. When people are consuming some of this content, they're signed in. We verify them. They will give us their postcode, their date of birth, their gender, which is then able to be used for some of the targeting that's available in Nine Ad Manager. So you've got some amazing assets like the domain website, the Drive website, nine.com.au, Nine Now. So all of this content, we start to then be able to classify people into interests and behaviors so that you could then target those types of people while they're watching shows. So if someone's interested in automotive and looking to buy cars, you could then target those people through Nine Ad Manager. Or if they're looking at restaurant reviews, recipes and things like that on nine.com.au, you'd be able to target them as well in terms of their like foodies and things like that. So a really rich amount of data that we get across our sites so that you're able to then really target down into your target segments. So traditionally, TV has only been for the big brands. So think about when you're watching TV, the ad breaks are usually made up of big brands. So in the past, you have needed to have large advertising budgets. You haven't been able to pinpoint the right audience or go down to, say, a postcode in terms of the targeting. It's been across like a bigger metro area or a sort of larger regional area as well. And you've also needed to have a professionally shot TV commercial. So most of the time, TV has been out of reach for most businesses. So with the introduction of streaming TV over the last few years, what that has done is bring the best of TV and the best of digital together. So when we think of TV, we think of the big screen in the lounge room, sight, sound and motion, being able to get your message across while people are engaged and watching their favorite shows. And then when we think of digital, we think of the ability to target specific types of people in certain locations and things like that. So now that streaming TV has become a lot larger and a lot more popular within Australia, we're able to now combine those two, digital and TV, together. So what we're seeing in Australia is more and more Australians are watching via streaming more than ever. So 70% to more than 70% of Australian households have at least one connected TV. TV viewing is now a combination of what we say as broadcast TV and streaming. So broadcast TV is when you've plugged your TV into the aerial of your house, whereas streaming is connected via the internet. A lot of new houses now will just be connected via the internet and not even have an aerial. So 10.2 million people watch TV via streaming every month in 2024. And by 2029, we expect to see 16.8 million people, which is over 60% of the TV population watching via streaming. So as you can see in the graph there, we've kind of got the breakup of people that are watching via broadcast, which is that lower, lighter blue part of the graph. You've got that middle section, which is streaming only. And then you've got both TV and streaming in that grey section where people will be watching via streaming, but also the aerials. So you can see those top two sections are starting to really grow out over the next few years. And that's where way more people are now watching via streaming, and using a service like Nine Ad Manager will allow your business to capture people while they're watching via streaming. So Nine Now, which is Channel 9's streaming channel. Some of you might be already watching via Nine Now. Over 4.8 million Australians are watching via Nine Now every month. That equates to around about 648,000 daily viewers, which is 34% larger than the closest streaming TV competitor. There's over 8 billion minutes watched on Nine now. It's the #1 free streaming service. We have 15.3 million signed on users, so that when you watch Nine now, you need to sign up. You'll declare your postcode, where you live, your date of birth, and your gender, which we then use on Nine Ad Manager to help with targeting. So you'll be able to target by postcode, gender, and date of birth. So ages. Interestingly enough, it is an app, so you can watch it on a mobile phone, your laptop, an iPad, things like that. But 82% of the consumption is on a connected TV, so that main screen in people's houses. So you're still getting people watching via a connected TV, and so you can still take advantage of that big screen in the living room. And we're seeing 58% live streaming growth year on year. So more and more people are now watching Nine now as they did traditional TV, where a show would start, say, last night, 7 o'clock for the block, and people are tuning in on Nine now at 7 o'clock to watch that. So more and more people are now watching via live streaming. So any sporting events, they'll be watching via live streaming. So the NRL Grand Final, the last few weeks, the Olympics, people were tuning in live, and we're seeing more and more people watching live as opposed to catch up, which is where Nine now originated, where it would be just a catch up channel. So this shift in TV viewing from an aerial to digital streaming is creating new possibilities for businesses that have never existed before. So now you can place your ad in the biggest TV shows, the biggest sporting moments in Australia. So across Nine and Nine Now, we've got access and rights to some of the most watched TV events and moments. So we've got the NRL, the NRLW, we've got the upcoming Australian Open, we had the Olympics, we've got some of the upcoming rugby union. So if you're looking to advertise in these sort of large sporting events, we've got the Melbourne Cup, Racing Carnival, all those sorts of things, you're able to now advertise your business within the ad breaks of these sporting events and sporting shows. Not only that, but also the content in terms of the TV shows that we have. So across reality, drama, things like that. So one of the sort of main shows on TV at the moment across Australia is The Block, which is showing. So you can advertise your business within the ad breaks of The Block. We've got Love Island, which is starting up really soon, which is a massive show on Nine now. Married at First Sight, Lego Masters, all those shows, the Today Show, 9 News, 60 Minutes, all those shows that people love to watch are able to be targeted within Nine Ad Manager and have your business show there. So you can reach the customers whenever and wherever they're watching. So because while you're watching Nine now, you've declared your postcode, we're able to target right down to that level. So you can, if you're a local cafe, you could target in and around your postcode. If you've got 3 or 4 different shops or things like that, you could target each of those shop locations. If you're an e-commerce customer, you could target Australia-wide or just within the state that you operate in. So the targeting where you can ensure your ad is shown is really tight, because it's based on the people that are watching Nine now and their declared postcode. We also have our interests and behaviors as well. So people watching certain shows. So if myself, I'd be watching lots of sports shows and reading sports content on the Sydney Morning Herald. So if you wanted to target sports fans, you can do that quite easily. And then you can target them whatever show they're potentially watching as well. So we have a range of interests and behaviors, family stages. So couples with kids, young families, retirees, things like that, where you can start to target and have your message shown to the right types of people, and start to eliminate some wastage from your advertising where you're just showing your ad to the right audience. So we spoke about this briefly before, but before you needed to have a TV commercial professionally shot. If you don't have that, or you don't have video assets, we have a tool within the platform that enables you to build your own TV commercial. So 4 easy steps. You enter the URL of your website. What that does then is it takes your website, it'll take the images, your logo, the colors in your logo, it'll look at the About Us section or anything that's on your site to sort of form a brand that we call it. And then it gives a sort of baseline to then start to be able to build out a TV ad and video assets. You then have it might be a little bit hard to see on here, but step number 2 is where you set the vibe and ad length, and you also give the tool a description on what you want to focus on. So that could be an upcoming, Black Friday sale or Christmas sale. You might want to talk about, if you're a cafe, your menu for spring menu, things like that. So you type in there what you want the video to focus on, and then that takes the vibe and the length, and then that starts to create the video out. So step 3, the AI will then create that video. It will write a script, it'll assign a voice, it'll assign backing music, it'll take those images that it got from your website, and it'll start to build either a 15 or a 30-second video. You're about 70% done at this stage, so it'll give you sort of that first draft, first version of your video. You can then watch the video at that stage. So on the screen there, you can see there's a big play button there, so you can hit play, you can watch the video. What that'll have done is it'll have assigned a template, and that template will then house the frames and all those sorts of things for your video. What we suggest is creating a few different versions at this stage. So there's a blue generate video button there. So if you hit that, that'll just create another version of your video. It'll give you another template, and you can kind of get a bit of a feel for the different types of templates that you'll get. So we suggest you do that a few times to get a few different versions. And then what you can do is then you can start to edit the one that you did like. So step number 4, you go in and edit the specific parts of the ad. So each frame will be listed, the images that are used in each frame. You might want to swap out some of those images for other images. The text that appears across the screen, you'll be able to change that. You'll be able to change the voice. So we've got about 16 different voices that you can choose from. You can then also rewrite the script as well. So if you wanted to, make some small additions or take things out of the script, you can do that as well. And there's also backing music that you can then go in and start to edit and change as well. So everything within the video can be edited except for the template itself. So that first sort of step 3 gives you that first draft, and then that step 4 is where you can go and fine tune that video and make sure it's on brand, it's sort of saying what you want it to say, and it'll get you can then put it in the right format. So that will then put it in the right format to use, and then off you go and you're ready to go. Otherwise, you can also upload any other video assets that you've got as well. So there's a little part in the creative section where you can upload assets. So if you're using video assets across other digital channels, you could also upload those as well. So next week, we actually have a session on mastering creative. So next Monday, we've got a session where we'll take you through that creative tool. So if you want to find out a little bit more about the creative tool, and also what we can do then is set up a session to build a creative for you. Register on the New South Wales Small Business website. We'll have links in this deck as well that we share out. You can register there and find out a little bit more, and we'll go into a little bit more detail of the tool, and you'll be able to create your own asset if you want to as well. So managing and tracking your campaign performance. So if you have used other digital platforms before, like Google or Facebook, you'll know that you can add a tracking pixel to your website, and then you can start to track how that's performing. We also offer something very similar in terms of being able to track events on your website, and then being able to see those in the reporting dashboards on 9 Ad Manager. Our tracking pixel works a little differently. So like I said earlier, we have a high percentage of viewing on a connected TV, and this makes the ads that you can't click them, so they're not clickable. So we are able to track over IP address. So the way that works is that when you're watching via the internet on 9Now, you're connected to the Wi-Fi, and the IP address is shared in that house. And then what happens is, if you've added that pixel to your website, it will then pick up any device that's connected to that Wi-Fi or internet and has taken an action. So you can, watch at home. You'll see the ad. Natural behavior, I know I've done this lots of times, is you'll see an ad, you'll grab your phone, or you'll grab an iPad or a laptop or something like that. You'll look for the business, and then you'll go to the business, and then you'll take action, or even just view, their products or services and things like that. So what the pixel does then, it counts that I've taken action off the back of seeing that ad. So it puts it all together. That then feeds back into the reporting dashboard. So you're able to then track how your campaign is performing. And so what you're able to track is any event on your site. So, depending on your site, you might have a sign-up page or a registration page. You might be an e-commerce provider, and you might have, add to carts that you want to track. You might also have purchases as well. So being able to purchase the actual purchase amount as well, you can all do that through the tracking pixel on 9 Ad Manager. So we really encourage anyone that's going to run a campaign through 9 Ad Manager to add this, even if it's just a page view, so you could just see how much traffic is coming through off the back of your TV campaign. So 9 Ad Manager has been running for 11 months. So in that time, more than 2,000 small and medium businesses have used 9 Ad Manager across a range of different industries. So we've had retail and e-commerce, had art galleries, gyms, real estate agents, franchise businesses where they've been able to advertise across all of their franchises in their local locations. Aged care, legal, hotels, mortgage brokers, services, you name it, we've probably done it. I've certainly learnt about a few different industries that I've never heard before. So it is for every business, and any size business can take advantage of 9 Ad Manager as well. So we've obviously been running for that 11 months. We've started to build up some, loyal and customers that are using the platform regularly and getting some really great results. So one of those customers is Princess Polly, which is an online fashion store. They've been using 9 Ad Manager since March of this year, and they sort of run multiple monthly campaigns. In their first month, they saw 140% revenue growth, which is amazing. And they see about a 10 times return on their ad spend. So whatever they're spending, they see a 10 times return in purchases. So they are using the tracking pixel at a purchase level, so they can see revenue coming in. So anyone that then watches their ad and then goes on their site to purchase, they can see that purchase amount coming through into the dashboard. So that's how they can work out their return on ad spend. Just a few quotes from the guys at Princess Polly. So from Kim Zorn, the Global Performance Director. So 9 Ad Manager has transformed our approach to TV advertising. The platform has allowed us to precisely target our audience and measure results effectively. The growth we've seen is testament to its power. We're excited to continue scaling our TV reach with 9 Ad Manager. And then Zia Holmes, the SAM lead. So 9 Ad Manager has enabled us to expand our digital strategy into the Australian connected TV market by targeting relevant audiences with ease and simplicity. By leveraging 9's range of targeting options, the growth we've seen since activation has been impressive, and we're looking forward to developing our strategy on the platform. So Princess Polly use a range of different targeting. They'll do sort of simply target specific shows like Love Island and Married at First Sight. Even the NRL, they were looking at they targeted that towards finals. They're also using interests and behaviors to target online shoppers, women's fashion shoppers, things like that. So they're really able to pinpoint specific types of people through the targeting. And they use a range of different creative that they've got. As their range changes through seasons, they're able to put that in and out and change that as they need to. Any sales messaging as well, they're able to upload those quite quickly and get to market really, really quick. The next one is the Australian Caravan Centre. So they have multiple locations across the eastern seaboard of Australia. So they're able to target around each of those caravan centres quite easily, and then sort of look to target people that were interested in purchasing caravans. They've had a crazy amount of success with their campaign. So they ran for 2 months earlier in the year and sold 70 caravans off the back of that. And I guess what's even more impressive is they saw a 120% increase in website traffic. So even though the majority of ads shown are not clickable, people are still taking action off the back of seeing those ads and going to the website and then, going in and purchasing those caravans. So the quote from Sagras here, the marketing manager at Australian Caravan Company. So we wanted to capitalize on the growth of streaming where viewers can watch at their leisure, providing flexibility and on-demand content, as well as streaming's digital targeting capabilities. The 9 Ad Manager platform was instrumental in our successful clearance campaign. The targeted approach allowed us to reach the right audience, resulting in record-breaking sales. The platform's ease of use and the ability to track and trace our campaign's effectiveness were game changers. We look forward to utilising 9 Ad Manager for future campaigns. So there's a couple of testimonials. We also have some more on our website. So if you go to 9admanager.com.au, we've got our customer success stories as well there, where you're able to read what they've done and how much success they've seen off the back of advertising across 9 Ad Manager. So these were the questions that came in as part of the registration, and then we'll get to the Slido questions as well. So do you have a guideline for how to start an ad? So my advice would be to jump onto our website. It's free to register. So all you need is an ABN and an email address to register on 9 Ad Manager. We then also offer demos as well. So there's you can book a demo, and that would be the best way to start. Book a demo with the team. We'll jump into the platform with you. We'll go through all of the targeting. We'll go through the AI tool, the tracking pixel, all of the information that you would need to start. And we'd also look at how you could target, so the types of targeting that would be relevant to your business. So the second question is very similar to that. I am new and need to understand how to start. So booking a demo would be the best way to start. We also have lots of help content around on our site, FAQs. We have online help, so you can chat to the team as well. So that's also the best way to start, is to ask questions, or if you'd like to sort of read content or watch videos on how to do things, we have all of that on our help content. So that would be the best way to do it. What's the best way to use the targeting? So what we're seeing is there's sort of 2 distinct approaches by customers. So the first approach is, well, most people will use some type of location targeting, whether it's postcode, a state, things like that. And then what we're seeing is people will kind of look to target specific people in terms of interests and behaviors, age range and things like that. But then they'll leave the show targeting blank, and then it doesn't really matter what shows that those people are watching. So the example could be, I want to target sports fans in Newcastle. So I would select Newcastle as my geography, and then sports fans in my interests and behaviors. And then doesn't really matter what shows that the person's watching. I know they're sports fans in Newcastle. So if they're watching the news or the block, I know that I'm targeting the right people. And then the flip side of that is you could also target Newcastle again, but you could target, say, the NRL, and then you'll get people watching the NRL in Newcastle. So we sort of see that split where people go after certain types of people, or we'll get people that will just target a specific show. So they might, at the moment, look to target the block, or in the next few weeks, Love Island, and have their brand aligned with that show. So do I need a TV ad to use 9 Ad Manager? So no, you can build one yourself in the platform. So I briefly went through how you can do that. Again, if you book a demo, we can help you look at that, or join the session next Monday as well. Number 5 was, can I target a specific show? So yes, you can. So we list all of the main shows in 9 Ad Manager. So you're able to target all of the main shows where there's lots of volume of people watching. So you could target The Block at the moment, Love Island coming up, the Australian Open in January. So live sport and our main TV shows can all be targeted. So how many times will my ad be shown, which is a good question. So the way that it works is there's a minimum spend of $500 as your budget, then plus GST, so $550. The way that we work out how many times your ad is shown is based on a cost per 1,000 impressions, so CPM. So our base rate is $50 cost per 1,000 impression. And then as you add targeting layers, that cost per 1,000 impression will change. So depending on your budget and what you put in, and then that cost per 1,000 impression will work out how many times your ad will be shown across your dates that you've selected. So hopefully that helps with those questions. I'll just go to the Slido. And I'll share this tab now. So what is the minimum spend was the first question. So $500 plus GST. The question box is not actually working. There we go. That was, I think, when I said you could type in the message box. So apologies on that one. So is it possible to edit the templates or versions? So you can't edit the templates or the versions, but what you can do is you can change the images, the text that appears. So there's about 40 different templates. So this is within the video creation. So as I was sort of saying, the best way to do it is to create a few different versions and you'll get a feel for the template. So the template could be the way that it transitions. So it could be full image to like text. It could be like 3 or 4 images appear on the screen. You won't be able to change that 3 or 4 images that are on that screen. You'll just be able to change the images. So the more sort of versions you create, you'll get a feel for what template you like, and then you can go and edit that. But you can definitely change the versions of it. It's just the templates are kind of stuck. So average cost per impression, 50 take 550 is 10 impressions. So no, that's incorrect. So if you don't put any targeting and you've got a $50 base rate and you target and you've got a budget of 500, you'll get 10,000 impressions. So that's how that will work. And that was the latest question. Any more questions while we're going? You can scan the little Slido QR code there with your mobile if you wanted to jump on, or go to slido.com and just enter that number. No more questions? Okay. So to book a demo, so on our website, we've got a book a demo page. The link is here as well. So when we share the slides, you'll be able to click on this. You'll be able to jump on book a demo. You can choose a time and date that suits you as well. So, jump in. You can see here, there's a little calendar here. So you can choose a date next week, or this week, sorry, and then book a time. And then one of the team will be able to take you through the whole entire platform. If you've got any specific questions, you can send them through. When you register for the demo, you're able to kind of, give a bit of a, any questions you've got, what channels you're using now, your website and things like that. And then we can kind of tailor the demo to your business. But yeah, that's probably, as a couple of those questions and the answers for that, the best way is to get a demo. You can kind of get information on all of the things within the platform. We do try and make it really, really easy to use. So a lot of the demos, we kind of have people are a little bit hesitant to jump in themselves, but once they sort of get in and see that it is quite an easy platform to use, people off they go and they start booking, campaigns, and then we, get lots and lots of people that sort of start to book monthly campaigns each month and then start to see really good results off the back of the campaigns that they run. So If we're all done in terms of questions, which I've just checked Slido again, which we are, we'll send a follow-up with this. We'll send some of the links out. We'll send the recording if you want to go back through things. But yeah, best way is to book that demo and get in touch with us and go from there. Don't forget, we've also got Monday session around creative. So if you wanted to join that, that would be great to learn more about the AI tool and how you can build your own TV ad. So from myself and the team, thanks for joining today. Hope you've learned how TV advertising can benefit your business, and hopefully we see some campaigns come across soon and we can help you to maximize the growth that you'll see on 9 Ad Manager. So thanks guys, and talk to you all later.